Jared here, founder and formulator of CULT+KING. I just wanted to share some cool benefits and uses of our ASTRAL AMINO Shampoo and Conditioner. Clean starts in the shower. I know you're thinking that's pretty self-explanatory, but we're actually not talking about the cleanliness of your hair, of your skin, which of course ASTRAL AMINO Shampoo and Conditioner will do for you. We're talking about the cleanliness of your products and what you're putting on your body as you're getting ready. So let's talk about what clean starts in the shower means. Now, there's going to be several ways that you can actually make your skin more absorbable, and bathing is definitely going to hit all three of them. So the first one is heat. When your skin is heated, it's going to absorb more of what you're putting on it. Unless you're taking a cold shower, that's really hard to avoid. Moisture, bathing, that's going to happen. If your skin has moisture on it, it boosts the absorption of it also. And then there's skin thickness. So if you look at the study up here on the right, there's lots of studies like this, but essentially the thicker the skin, the more protection you have. The more you use your skin too, the thicker it becomes. So the soles of our feet and the palms of our hands have the thickest skin on our body. And then there's places like our face, so our eyelids, our lips, neck, the genital area, they have a lot thinner skin. And the thinner the skin, the more absorption rate you'll have. So when we're in the shower, bathing, in the bath, we have all this more exposure of our skin to whatever these bad actor chemicals are in some of these cosmetics out there. So we know we get more exposure when we're bathing, and what are we actually trying to avoid here? Well, what's the bad stuff in their bottle? Of course, we don't use this stuff, but we try and educate everyone on what we think you should avoid. And so the first one, and I've been preaching this from the get-go, is synthetic fragrance. On the label, it will say fragrance. And that is a proprietary, it could be 5,000 different types of chemicals. 100% of the time it's made out of, a petrochemical. And the big challenge we have is they have, not all of them, but a lot of them have this ingredient that they use it to soften plastic. And they use it in synthetic fragrance a lot. It's called a phthalate. It's kind of a weird word, but just don't use the pH. And they are known endocrine disruptors. I mean, there's a lot of studies on this. And why this is important to not disrupt your endocrine system is you got to think of your cells have like a little key on them, and a hormone, which we have over 50, testosterone, estrogen are big ones. It's like the key, and it can turn things on in the cell and get things working. And we have all these hormones flowing around our body, doing all these things, helping us sleep. I mean, the list goes on forever, basically. And so what the phthalates do is they can mimic that key, they can block the keyhole, or just interfere with your body's hormone production in general, like for instance, shutting down its natural production because it thinks it has more testosterone because it's mimicking our estrogen. And most of these are estrogenic, so they mimic estrogen. And I know I have had some pretty severe endocrine disruption, and I can tell you it's not a fun place to be. And this is one of the things I've been advocating for from the get-go, and why we use essential oils to avoid this kind of stuff. So next up, we have these formaldehyde-based preservatives. These work incredibly well. I mean, formaldehydes are used to preserve dead bodies for decades. And we don't like them. I mean, they are a group 1 human carcinogen. It is the highest level of carcinogen you can get. There's unequivocally definitive science saying these are carcinogens. And on the label, they're going to read as DM hydrotone, these ureas, Quantarium 15. They used to put formaldehyde on labels, but I don't see that anymore because people see them and they're like, I don't really want a group 1 carcinogen in my product. Why would I put that on my body? But now they're hidden in these other names. The other one are quats, or quantarium ammonium compounds. And on the label, you'll see these, and I'm not going to massacre the words, but they have ammonium in them. Like you can see up here on our formaldehyde, it has Quantarium 15. That's known as a quat and a formaldehyde releaser, so it's double trouble. But the ones below, they're some of the most used quats in hair care and skin care, and they're used primarily in conditioners and co-washes, some styling products, and they're just really aggressive skin irritants, and they can be lung irritants, and there's a high chance of sensitization. So the dose is a poison. The more you're using these, like hairdressers, barbers, right? We use it more than most people would ever use them, the more chance your skin gets sensitized to this. And this is the same exact way how allergens work and allergic reactions. After a while, your skin starts to recognize this as harmful, and then you can just never use them again. Your body will have a memory of anytime you put it on your body again, it'll create a pretty strong allergic reaction. So we don't really like them for the skin, the lungs, allergies. And then, unfortunately, because they're using so many cosmetics, I mean, they're so widely used, and a lot of them are conditioners, and so they're getting rinsed down the drain, and they don't get worked out in our water system. They just are toxic to aquatic life, and they're bioaccumulative, so they persist in the environment for a long time. So we believe it's better to keep this stuff off your body and not have this stuff absorb into your body. The good stuff in our Astral Amino, we kept all the crap out, and the first thing that we're excited to share with you is it's a chelating shampoo and conditioner. A lot of times it's just the shampoo that's chelating, but we did it in both. And if you don't know that word, it's a little bit of a weird word, but basically it deals with hard water. And hard water just has these extra minerals in them, like calcium and magnesium. I think it's over 80% of Americans have hard water, so it's more than likely you have it than you don't. And it's okay if you have it, but there's been a lot of studies showing that these minerals build up on your hair, and they can affect things like how well your hair is colored. I don't know if you've ever worked with anyone that uses well water, but it's definitely affected it there. There are some studies showing that these minerals can build up on your scalp too and affect scalp health, skin barrier health, lead to certain types of more dandruff and things like that. So it's great to remove those. And we use just it's a completely natural chelator. It just grabs those minerals out of the water, and instead of bonding to your hair and your skin, they just rinse right down the drain. So next up, we have betaine, and betaine is one of my favorite products. It's naturally sourced from beets, the sugar of beets, and we are using an incredibly high amount, almost just under 5% in our shampoo, Astral Amino. This is such a powerful humectant. It's been shown to really reduce inflammation of the skin and the scalp, so it's perfect to have in there. It has these really amazing humectant properties, which are helpful for hair and scalp and skin. And it's just a beautiful natural product that really elevates, I think, our shampoo to another level, because the reality is if someone has betaine in their shampoo, they're probably putting in like 0.25% or some ridiculously small amount. We're really going for it on this one. Our Astral Amino shampoo is also super fat, and what that means is that it has a natural emollient in it. And this is kind of counterintuitive because you want a shampoo to remove that oil, but it actually removes, the dirty sebum and cleans your hair and your scalp. And then it just has the littlest, lightest emollient coverage on it. So this covers your skin. When you wash it with your skin on your face, you'll notice your skin and your face will be incredibly soft, and your hair will be really soft even without conditioner. This is why you can use our Astral Amino shampoo. If you have really, really fine hair and you don't normally use conditioner, you're going to love it because your hair is really soft and shiny. But it doesn't weigh it down in any way. You'll find you actually have a lot of volume. But we just wanted to elevate it, so we wanted to make sure when people were using it on their skin and their hair, we had a little extra in there. And then we have our amino acids. I mean, it's Astral Amino, right? They're in high quantities in both the shampoo and the conditioner. Fantastic for your hair. This is what your hair and skin are made out of. So they'll make your hair really nice and soft. For your skin, they're fantastic because they've been really shown to improve your skin barrier, and they're really, really moisturizing. They're one of the things you want to go into your skin, not keep them out. So they're really tiny, and they can go right in. They do lots of cool stuff, and it's just really nice to bathe yourself in these things. And then we have our antioxidants. I mean, it wouldn't be CULT+KING without lots of antioxidants. Plants are powerful medicine, and aloe, blueberry, rosemary, lavender have a ton of antioxidants in them. And they just get rid of that oxidative effect from just living, from the sun, from pollution. So it's just a reset for the day for your skin and your hair when you use Astral Amino. So I want to chat about our CULT+KING clean routine. And now that we have our Astral Amino, it makes it so easy and simple for you to get in, bathe, and not expose yourself to any of this junk in the industry. The first step is obviously we have our Astral Amino shampoo, and you want to cleanse your hair with it. But also, we highly recommend, because of all the additional super fatting amino acids, antioxidants, it's going to be great for your hair, great for your scalp. We treat the scalp also, and then the skin. So use it as a face wash, use it as a body wash. I think it's fantastic, especially with the essential oil profile. It's like aromatherapy in the shower, especially when you use it on your face. It smells so good and smells nice and clean and refreshing. From there, just use our conditioner on your hair and scalp like you normally would. So after you rinse the conditioner out and get out from the shower or bathing, we highly recommend you use super water all over. And super water is such a cool product. It can be used all over your body. It's completely safe. It can be used on your face, everywhere else. Great on the scalp, great for the hair. Its super ingredient is lactobacillus ferment, which has as much moisturizing properties as a lotion does. And so it's just fantastic to really add a little extra moisture to everything after you get out. From there, the skincare routine is to be moisturized and then seal. And so what we're doing is we want to seal in all that moisture with either balm or vegan balm. And that's an occlusive. So that just makes sure it's all locked in. It's not going anywhere. And then you have your clean routine and you're good to go. Yeah, so that's our clean routine. It's really simple. We did that on purpose. We want to just make it available, not take any more time. You can use our products, get in, get out, and you're good. And you take all that exposure out of the equation. We also just looked at shampoo and conditioner, which can be pretty normal, and we wanted to make it incredibly special. So we really elevated it with all these extras and the multi-use, and we know you're going to love it. So thanks for listening today. Take care.